Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going through my two games. One is released, which is called Powerful. I released it last year, which I'll go into in a bit. And then we have my other game, Appalachian Onslaught, which is releasing in a month. And I wanted to talk about the difference between the two in terms of leading up until release, seeing which one, what are the differences, is this doing better, is it doing worse, what basically comparing them. This is a comparison video of my first and second game, keeping in mind though that Appalachian Onslaught is not released. It is still in its demo form. The release doesn't start for another month. But I mean, while we're here, we may as well go straight into it. So last year I released on the 30th of June, which would be in 15 days from now, Powerful. This was my first commercial game. It is a platformer, it's a first person game. It's very simple compared to what I'm going to go on to later. Literally the code is blocks move. You go between levels. There's a tiny save system and, first person movement. That's it. That's all the game really had to it. The art, I did everything obviously done by me. Aside from the music, that was from Free Sound because I cannot do music for life of me. But with all of this, it was all just done in Blender. I baked the textures in Blender because I didn't know how to use Substance Painter yet. And I mean, they don't look awful, especially I love the kind of ambition. In fact, I do quite like the art style of this game. But in terms of, obviously, it got 2 user reviews, pretty bad. And I'll go on to the statistics in a second. I did make a video going over it, but it's been a year since that, so I thought I'd go over it again. The store page isn't the worst. I mean, a lot of store pages don't even have screenshots to go over their game, but then all of this is over 10 unique levels to conquer. 10 levels in a platforming game. You need more content. And considering all the levels are largely the same, apart from a few different blocks that do different things, that move in different ways, this game was pretty much destined to fail from the beginning. Maybe it would have done better if I put some kind of speedrunning system in. That was one of the reviews, actually, if we look at the reviews. These are some nice reviews that I saw. And I think that I'm glad I did, as you can see, for the price. I made this game, it's basically free. It's £1, just for the sake of, if someone gets this game, I know it's not the best game. I'd rather than spend £1, have some enjoyment of it with the £1. But also, this description, literally speaking, that's horrific. But I decided to keep everything like this as a time capsule of all the mistakes and what not to do with the game. This game, it took about 6 months to make. But luckily, it was year 1 of uni. I had absolutely no need for this game to make money. It was more of a learning experience than anything else. Hence why it's also £1, because it was not going to be a commercial success. Moving on to the fact it was not a commercial success, it had 152 wish lists outstanding today. It had 27 people in its life play the game, most of which were my friends. And it only sold 40 units. It didn't even make the Steam cut to send me the money. As you can see, this is horrendous. I think this is just this year. No, this is the timeline. So the statistics are shit. This was a terrible game. Didn't perform. All it was really was a learning experience. But we're on year 2 of uni, and I have 1 more year until I leave uni, and therefore it comes into question. This can't happen for a second time. So then we come on to Appalachian Onslaught. Now, immediately, I think this has a much better runway. There is a lot more fuel behind it. I mean, compare them with the 2 Steam pages. First of all, this Steam page, I think the description is a lot better. It has GIFs. It has these big blocky letters, a lot less text heavy. I mean, it is still text heavy. There's actual content to describe as well. Whereas in this game, it's I was really picking, delve into the story, enjoy, defeat, that's atrocious. Whereas compared to this, you actually have things to talk about, which again gives it a much better runway for how successful the game is going to be. I've also decided with this game to add achievements, as I looked through all the things I could add, and that's one of the things that I can do myself. It's very easy to do Steam achievements, and the only other thing I might consider is languages. But again, that comes after release. I'm not planning on releasing this with any other languages. I did have a look, but for some reason it's not working with my Unreal thing. So that comes later. Also, we're participating this game I'm participating this game in Steam Next Fest. Now, this Steam Next Fest should give a much bigger run-up, as compared to Powerful, I never participated in Steam Next Fest. Between the demo releasing and the game actually fully releasing, there was a week where I made a few bug changes, and that was basically it. So it wasn't the greatest idea to do that. You shouldn't do that. In terms of this game, though, I put the demo out about a month ago now. And so I had a month to basically do all of this, get the demo fully ready, and then now is Next Fest. I'll have a week of hopefully people playtesting it or playing around with it, giving me feedback, and I can go on from there to continue improving. Such as when the demo first released, the event system wasn't in the game, and the event system is like one of the most critical elements of the game that makes the levels less repetitive, because otherwise you're going to end up with players getting bored after they've done the 5 of the same levels with the same enemies over and over again, as well as just adding more cryptids, because this game is about cryptids, and there was only really one well-known cryptid of the Wendigo. There's now the Goat Man, the Mothman, there's another one that I forgot the name of, but it's in the Bigfoot. So now, and I'm going to keep adding them until release, and that actually will improve the chances. People play this game hopefully because they're into cryptids, and therefore there need to be cryptids to play with. Now, moving on to statistics. Now, demo's been out for a month. We've had 53 wish lists, and in terms of the demo, we've had 18 people playing it. Now, comparing that to this game, weirdly the wish lists are lower, considering, but this game has been out for a year. So if we were to go down to, let's say, so I released it here on June the 6th. I put the store page up. Then the demo released at about June the 23rd. There's a little spike there. And then, so we got around this time, how many do we have at this time? What do I want to know? How do I know that? But as you can see, there's been loads of wish lists gathering over the year. So it was probably on around 50 around back then, I think. And then comparing that to this. So we're about even, which I'm honestly quite surprised by, because comparing these two games, there just seems to be such a massive gap in quality and enjoyment. Like, this is a platformer and this is an RTS strategy tower defense game. So there should be a bigger increase. But saying that, that's okay, because a lot of things happen in a year throughout the Steam works and stuff. So I'm okay with it. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I do think Powerful looks pretty bold. I think this is, honestly, I prefer this to this thumbnail, but this thumbnail suits the theme better. But anyway, that's the statistics on that. And then in terms of people playing it, 18 people have played it, but this is where the difference is. Obviously, this is when the demo first released. That's when the majority of these came from. I expected the minutes to be around this. But then as I've updated it, they have improved in terms of how many people are playing for longer. And whereas if we go back to Powerful, if we then go median time played, it's pretty shocking. Majority of people don't make it very far. I mean, this was probably me, this 160-minute one. I will hope no one played it for that long. There are better things to do, really. But this game it seems that people are enjoying this game more. It's more, obviously, if you have people playing it for longer, it means the game is better. So aside from that, I will say, though, the lifetime free licenses for the demo is pretty high. I'm pretty sure that's just from people scraping them from Steam. We can go to the demo and see if there's what the difference is. 1,320 versus 1,381. Okay, so there is that big difference there as well. So a lot of people have got it but haven't downloaded it. But that's pretty much it. I think that the Next Fest is going to be key to this game's success in terms of getting wishlists and getting visibility. I don't have visibility with this channel yet because it's pretty small. Cryptids are a lot nicher than I thought they were. So I'll keep that in mind for the next game. But keeping these videos running constantly is great for motivation. It's great just to keep on top of things. Once a week is a good amount, even though it's 9 days. But we have been on holiday, so what can you say? But yeah, I'm looking forward to how this week is going to go. If you do want to check out the game, I will link it in the description. And if you have any comments, any cryptids you want to add in, please leave a comment saying that, or join the Discord. And I will be making updates throughout the week to keep on top of things and make sure the game is running quite smoothly. I had a game-breaking bug right before release, and luckily I've just fixed it, so phew, because that was pretty close time. But yeah, that is the comparison between these two games. Hopefully my video on the reflection of this game will be a positive one, compared to how it was with Powerful. So fingers are crossed. We're going to keep working on this game for the next month and hope for the best. So thank you all very much for watching. And yeah, if you want to go check out Appalachian Onslaught, the demo is on Steam. Please go check it out. And if you like it, then give it a wish list. And I will see you all in the next video.